All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakwarash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the occupant. If you walk, who may be listening, it's your brother Batakala from the GMS camp here in Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. Slack you. Coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Lord willing, this will be a quick and edifying lesson. And this is a response to a clip called The Hebrew Israelites Debunked in 1 Minute. All right, and the title of the lesson is Hebrew Israelites Debunked in 1 Minute, Debunked. All right. And, in the video, one of these Edomites, more than likely an Amalekite, basically tried to debunk the fact that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the speckled bird, the seed scattered abroad, whose fathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, regardless of how you look, whatever nation or whatever country you're from, whatever people that you were scattered amongst, your father's lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're saying that we're not the Israelites, and they try to attack the Deuteronomy 28 and 68, which we use as proof because it is proof. But we're gonna get into this, and Lord willing, we'll take care of this real quick. All right, because at the end of the day, we're done going back and forth with these kites, man. We do it for edification's sake because there's new people coming into this truth every day. But we're past debating with Edomites, man. Everybody knows that these devils ain't the people of the Lord, and everybody knows that we're the people of the Lord. There's no need to debate. Right now, we're focused on, the things that we need to do to receive salvation first and foremost. All right, but every once in a while, every once in a while, we do have to go back to this because there's new people coming into this truth every day, as mentioned. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." All right, and they used they tried to say that after Jerusalem fell in 70 AD, that so-called wishes got on the ships and went to Egypt and became enslaved in Egypt at that time. But that's not what this is talking about. And, to be honest, I don't know about the historical accuracy on that. I'm not even going to speak to that, because to my knowledge, when 70 AD took place, Jake got scattered. A lot of Jakes went to West Africa, all right, and settled there, and then from there, the transatlantic slave trade happened, which is what this is talking about, this Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right, now when it says, "Bring thee into Egypt again with ships," Egypt is just synonymous with bondage, being in slavery, because that's where we served our slavery. All right, and for a matter of fact, the name Egypt wasn't even a name at the time when this was written. All right, that land was referred to as Cush by the Egyptians. All right, but by the people of that region that enslaved us. Okay, but the name that we referred to it as was Mizraim. All right, and Egypt is just an English word that's a translation of a Greek word, which the Greek word is Egyptopolis. And that even the Greek term was not in existence when this was written. All right, this is just a translated word, so it has nothing to do with the modern term Egypt. All right, yes, we were in bondage in that region, but that's just synonymous with bondage. It has nothing to do with that country, so to say. All right, it just means slavery. And what happened? We got taken into slavery via the transatlantic slave trade, and we were put on ships and shipped to the other side of the earth. And the Northern Kingdom, who were on what is the other side of the earth, in the Americas, they were also put on ships and they were shipped to Seville, Spain and enslaved there. And, those that weren't were enslaved on this side of the earth as well still. Okay. And they don't teach you about that. They tell you that the slaves was just all Africans. But, before the Africans was enslaved, not Africans, but before the Israelites that were in West Africa, the Southern Kingdom, were enslaved, the Northern Kingdom was enslaved first because they were here when these devils showed up over here. All right. But and then they also tried to say that where it says, they tried to say that where it says, and there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. They tried to say that doesn't apply to us and the transatlantic slave trade because slaves were a commodity that were bought and sold. But that doesn't make what the point they're making doesn't make any sense, because when it says no man shall buy you, right before it says that you be sold to your enemies, which means that somebody bought you. And that's because when it says no man shall buy you, it does not mean that nobody is going to trade you and sell you as a commodity. What that means is that nobody's going to be able to free you from this. All right. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Barack Obama, who's actually a heathen. He's not an Israelite. All right. And all these other Al Sharpton, whoever the fuck these jakes put up as a leader, none of these niggas are gonna save you. Same with all these Northern Kingdom niggas, Che Guevara, Fidel Castro, all these niggas. None of them are gonna save you, man. And none of them have saved us. We've been in bondage since we were brought over here 5 centuries ago. Okay? And the only thing that's gonna deliver us from that bondage is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh Shai comes back to this place to deliver the elect and destroy this place, man, and destroy Esau's entire kingdom. Only thing that's going to stop, or only thing that's going to get us out of here. All right. Salaki, let me fix this. All right, now we're going to go to Exodus chapter 13 and 3. It says, and Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Like I mentioned, Egypt is just synonymous with being a slave. All right. For by strength of the hand of Yahweh brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten, in reference to the Passover. But what does it say? The Egypt is referred to as the house of bondage. And who freed us from that bondage? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Every time that the children of Israel went into bondage and were taken captive by another nation, the Lord is the one that freed us. All right. That's why it says no man shall buy you. These niggas, they're Edomites. But Esau is the original nigger, so you can call them niggas too. But these Edomites, man, they're just reaching for shit, and they don't know what they're talking about. That's why nothing that they say works. That's why their kingdom is collapsing, because they're not the people of the Lord. They can't speak to what these scriptures say in 100% truth, because they carnal people. So they're trying to read words off the page and just tell you that that's what it says because it says that off the page. And they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All right. At the end of the day, the scriptures bear witness and our spirits bear witness that we are the children of the living power. It's not nothing that these devils can say or anything to do about it. And really, it's at the point now where they're just lying to themselves now. Nobody believes nothing that these devils say, and nobody believes that those 1948ers are the true people of the Lord. No matter what they say or do, that ship has sailed. That shit is over with for them. They're just wicked. All right. And they're known as the wicked now, especially with the things they've been doing to them Palestinians as of late and all around the world. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies. Salakia. I just woke up, Akim Salakia. But this is Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. All right, so guess what? This is referring to America, and America is referred to as Sodom and Egypt. All right, as we know, Sodom has been destroyed, was destroyed. We were not in captivity over there. Lot lived in Sodom and got out of Dodge. All right, and then the Lord destroyed that place for all the wickedness that they were doing. Okay, a lot of more activities and sexual immorality, among other things, which this place, America, is also synonymous with. All right. And then it says in Egypt. Why? Because Egypt is synonymous with slavery. Where did we come to be enslaved? Over here in America. In the Americas with an S, because the slaves was in South America, the Caribbean, North America, this side of the earth. All right. But in particular, referring to America, the United States. All right. And it says where also our Lord was crucified. Why? Because not that he was put on the cross again a second time, but because his reputation and what he stood for and his image was destroyed in this place, man. They told you that Yahushua was an Edomite named JC. All right. And really, all they was doing was giving you a picture of Caesar Borgia, a wicked ass nigga who was an incestuous Mo who killed his own brother. All right. And did a bunch of other wicked ass shit, man. All right. This verse 9, it says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Why? We were spiritually dead when we came over here. Esau beat the last bit of our culture out of us and turned us into niggers. And we stayed that way. Most of these, 2/3 of these jakes gonna stay that way till Yahushua come back and destroy this place. All right. But those who was selected to wake up and be a part of the 1/3, we stayed that way until from when we came over here in the 1400s until when Abba Bivens came out into the highways and the byways in the 60s and started teaching this 100% truth and started waking jakes up. All right. That's what the 3.5 days is talking about. Okay. So at the end of the day, Jake was in a dead state completely for roughly 350 years. Abba Bivens came on the scene in the 60s and started teaching the truth 100%. All right. And started waking jakes up. And, now we're here today. And it's a known thing. We're coming back to our culture now, and it's a known thing of who we are. Whether these kites want to admit it or not is irrelevant. All right, whether other jakes want to believe it is irrelevant. Like it says in Romans 3:3, for what if some did not believe? Does that make the faith of Yahweh? Let me just get it because I don't want to butcher that. Salakia. So what these people believe is irrelevant. This is Romans 3:3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. All right, so you niggas don't want to believe it. That's on you. You kites don't want to believe it. Who gives a fuck? Nobody believes you anyway, and you're going into slavery. Whether you want to believe that or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is verse 10. It says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt in the earth. All right, and guess what? What happened? We was put into bondage. All these other nations laughed and rejoiced at the fact that we was at the bottom and we was getting fucked up. Not only were they doing that, they were making gifts to one another, those gifts being Israelites. They was selling Israelites to each other. All these nations participated in this, man. Okay? All of them. Why? Because when we were in our power, we wasn't playing with these niggas. King David wasn't playing with these niggas, man. And they still was holding grudges about that. And it's okay, because this is coming back to the world. That spirit that King David was in is coming back to the world. King David is coming back, man. All right, right along with Yahweh Shai to destroy you fucking niggas, man. All you heathens, all you wicked ass niggas. And then King David is gonna be placed as king of Israel, right up under Yahweh Shai for the rest of time, man. And you heathens gonna have to fucking take that. And guess what? You're gonna like it. All right, because when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And that's how wicked these people are, and how much they hate us. They'll rejoice at us being on the bottom, even if it means that they have to be underneath Esau, you know? But hey, at the end of the day, all that shit is about to be over with, man. And we're gonna set the earth back in order. Lord willing, we be at the elect and be at that number. This verse 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And that's what's happening now. Like I said, in the 60s, the elder Abba Bivens stepped outside, teaching this truth 100%. Start waking Jakes up, and these devils start getting scared, man. Now these devils got to make videos debunking something that's not even supposed to be true according to them. See, we don't acknowledge shit that's not real. We have to do it for edification's sake. But like I said, really, to be honest, we're past calling these small hats out, because everybody already knows what it is. We don't really have to do that. All right, we do it because there's new people coming into this truth every day. But as we're not getting in here in GMS, we're not getting in debates with these small hats. We're not getting in debates with none of these niggas. We're not worried about convincing everybody. You know, like the scriptures say, you know, roughly paraphrasing, don't worry about how the righteous are going to be, or how the wicked are going to be punished, man. Worry about how the righteous are going to be saved. And I believe that's in 2nd Esdras. Okay. We're worried about how we can get out of here, what we got to do to get out of here. We not worried about what the Lord about to do to these wicked ass niggas and these kites and all these other heathens, man. We already know the Lord gonna jack them up. We don't need to worry about that. What we focused on is teaching Jake what they need to do and what we need to do, because we're in the same boat. Teaching what we need to do to get salvation and get out of here, man. That's it. All right. You know, and, you know, of course, you know, whatever the flavor of the week is, we're going to deal with that as far as cutting bullshit, debunking bullshit, or whatever it is we got to do. But yeah, man, these kites old news. We don't have to keep bringing this shit up, because we know what it is. This is Hosea 1:10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. All right. And that's what's happening. And that's what's going to be final when Yahweh Shai comes back and destroys this fucking place, man. Point blank, period. All right. All these people think we just niggers and spicks and tantos, or whatever it is that they call the Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as far as derogatory. You know, they think we're just nothing to be accounted for, the lowest of the low. We could never be the people of the Lord because we're niggers. Hey, guess what, man? Y'all going to be the same people that are going to have to bend the knee and acknowledge what it is. All right. So with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Akakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim and a few Aquath who may be listening. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, Kwam Yasharala.